Hello guys, it's Teenage DC Fan back in another video, and after spending a good chunk of the season on the wrong side of a mirror, the story of Doppelganger Reflection Mirror Iris finally came to an end this week, kinda. Though that doesn't mean OG Iris is any closer to getting freed. So, just a quick warning, this video is filled with lots of spoilers for Liberation, the latest episode of The Flash, which aired Tuesday, April 28th, on 2020 on the CW. So, after being kicked out by Iris last week, Barry finally comes to the realization that something is truly wrong with his wife, to the point that he starts investigating the possibility that she's not actually herself at all. And he admittedly sounds a bit frantic trying to explain his theory to Cecile, but it's a great balance between his manic investigation and resolve that he knows he's right. Now, of course, we already know that he's right, but they pulled the journey of discovery off well for Barry, I think, and we see him trying to convince the team, and their hesitance to believe him, then the will they, won't they is resolved by episode's end, and, you know, wise move not to drag that story out any further, because I was kind of getting tired of it. Like, it wasn't really going anywhere in the past couple episodes. Like, oh, Iris is stuck in the mirror. Oh, fake Iris is out there in the real world. Like, nothing really happened with it, but we do even get a fun twist where Barry's big reveal to show Iris is a fake actually goes wrong. And that was a really crazy twist that I didn't see coming, because as Eva mirror swaps the mirror person detector to have it instead show Barry as the imposter, leading Nash and Cecile to lock him up for a bit. And it's also Cecile who sees through the tricks to realize that, evidence or not, Barry is still Barry. So she lets him go, despite not being sure if it's actually the right Barry or not. So then, after all of that, Mirror Iris also gets some character development this week, which, once again, big change, because she's pretty much just Iris, just a little moody. But we learn that she simply wants to be alive, and that drive is even stronger than her urge to serve her master, Eva. And we also learn here that Singh is definitely a mirror doppelganger, so his real version is also lost somewhere in the mirror universe, as well as Camilla's real version. And in a twist that felt a bit too abrupt, she also channels some of her real Iris's inner goodness and chooses to let him go and try to find her. So after literally trying to kill him, Liquid Terminator style a few moments earlier, but upon that betrayal, Eva is immediately mad at her, of course. So then she shatters Mirror Iris, and so now we're officially back to one real Iris. And she's just, still trapped in the mirror universe. But Eva also finally makes her escape, or liberation as she calls it, from the mirror universe. So she's officially on the loose, and most likely aiming to take out her estranged husband who left her trapped there. I mean, the ending of the last episode with Joseph McCulloch, like, he had to know that once she gets out, she's gonna kill him, but yeah. But all of this drama leads to arguably the best moment of the episode, which I will get into later in the video, because, that was kind of like the big ending. But for other stuff that was going on in this episode, other than the main storyline, Bloodwork is back, or at least still in Argus custody despite an attempt jailbreak, and Eva sends her mirror people to get some of his blood, which is the missing ingredient to stabilize the mirror and facilitate her escape, an attempt to bail him out. But instead of making a run for it, Bloodwork offers up some blood, then hops back into his cell at the last moment, noting that he has an even longer game he's playing to take out the Flash. So yeah, it seems like Bloodwork will definitely be back at some point, just not sure when. Meanwhile, Caitlin is having some trouble recovering from her light wounds, and also almost dies in an ice coma before Cisco and Ralph are able to zap her back to health. But the wound's still not healing correctly, so they have to turn to Caitlin's scientist mother for help. So that story will come into play in the coming weeks for sure. But Caitlin's not really going to have much of a big role in the remainder of the season because the actress that plays her, Danielle Panabaker, was pregnant at the time of filming these episodes. That's why in this episode she was covered by a blanket the whole time, and she actually just had her baby, so yay her. Congratulations. And but yeah, so we're not going to be seeing much of her for the rest of this. But now back to the ending of this episode. All of the drama leads to the best moment of the episode, where Barry and Iris speak to each other, even though they can't hear one another, through the mirror. After seeing this power couple of the Arrowverse struggle so mightily in the past few weeks, it was definitely a touching reset to kind of remind us all of the true love that runs through the heart of this series. Because that's really where the series all started, because the whole first season was mostly about Barry trying to get together with Iris. And pretty much since then they've been together, and the family aspect has been a big part of the show with Iris and Barry and Joe and everything like that. So I'm glad to see a little bit of a reminder of that, taking it back to what the Flash used to be, before all the mirror stuff there. But like I said, their love has carried this show for 5 seasons. It's nice to see it as strong as ever, across dimensions or not. Like, even though they don't even know if they can hear each other, they can't see each other, but they're still trying to send a message to each other. Neither of them are hearing the message, but they're still giving the message, so that it's kind of like the thought that counts. Like, it's like when you're given a gift, they don't get the gift, but they're giving it back, kind of, in a way. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But they finally know what's going on, and Barry is trying to find Iris, and Iris is using her time in the mirror universe to now try and find and rescue her fellow prisoners in Sing and Camilla. But when it comes to Eva and her mirror henchmen people, Sing is the only one that's left because, well, she murdered Mirror Iris for wanting to be alive, and then Mirror Camilla was killed when she basically sacrificed herself to release Bloodwork. So also a quick note here, we caught the Flash showrunner Eric Wallace confirmed that the final 3 episodes of the season were not filmed before production was shut down due to the coronavirus pandemic. So this season will most definitely end with a massive cliffhanger, since it wasn't the original plan to end the season at this point. Although the season was originally supposed to end with a massive Reverse Flash cliffhanger, but that's not happening anymore. So we're getting a different massive cliffhanger. So we're not getting that Reverse Flash cliffhanger, which would have been nice to see, but just can't really do that. But the showrunner also noted that the scripts are written and they're ready to roll in wrapping up this season properly. So they're just waiting for things to reach a point where production can possibly resume. So when this season ends, it won't be over. It will just be over until they can film more episodes, because there's only 3 more episodes after the ones that are airing right now. But yeah, so next week, in the next episode of The Flash, titled Pay the Piper, I believe we're probably seeing the return of Pied Piper. We saw him a couple episodes ago, but I assume he'll be back because, it's kind of in the title. But also, Godspeed is back, so there's a new speedster in town, and Barry is almost out of speed, so that kind of sucks. So the question is, how is he going to defeat this speedster when he doesn't have his own speed? And also another big question, what is going on with Godspeed? Because when the season first started, we saw that there was multiple different Godspeeds running around, and then when Team Flash captured them and took off the mask, it was just some dude that had a weird scream or noise he made, and it was weird. So I'm guessing that's going to be explained in the next episode, which is airing next week, so look forward to that. And also stay tuned for my DC's Legends of Tomorrow review for the latest episode that was on last night. But anyways, guys, please let me know all your thoughts and theories on what happened in this episode and what may be happening in the rest of this season. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hope to see you in the next video, so I bestow all my DC knowledge upon you.